Hi, we're Steve and Tricia, and we've done a lot of things over the years. We raised 4 great kids. We took a trip across Canada for a month and then traveled home through the States. We built a home on our just over 1 acre property and then built another home for my parents. We invite you to join us over this next little while for life on the North Side. It's very windy here today, and Steve is even having a hard time hanging on to some of his stuff. He'd like to get the materials for the doors and windows prepped today, but we may need to go into town tomorrow to get more material. He's using a machine called a brake to cut the sheets of aluminum and then to bend them at multiple angles to trim around all of the doors and the windows.
Some of the old windows I've had to cap, so they look kind of like the new windows that have been installed. This is one of the old windows that I had to cap with aluminum first before I could do the siding around it. And the soffit and the aluminum fascia, we've done that. So yeah, it makes an old cottage look new.
The idea is to bend the aluminum at various angles so that it fits right around the door and the window trim, sealing it and protecting it from the elements.
Okay, now to install it.
Good morning from the north side. We woke up to the spectacular view this morning. Isn't it gorgeous how the fog is just hanging in the trees? I think this deserves a road trip.
All work and no play makes cottage life very boring, so it's time for a drive.
Isn't that spectacular? Steve's got his eye on this rock wall. We're back at the cottage and the weather seems to have settled down again. But it brings with it all kinds of little creatures. I guess the robins and the spring peepers that we like so much will be happy. What is that?
It's a rock.
Oh, a rock. Oh, with moss on it. Just a second, I'm trying to come and see.
Must have rock.
Sea rock must have. It's loose, did you say?
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell if you kick it, then it moves, and you know it's not way down in the ground. See?
Okay.
It's not part of bedrock, or at least it's not anymore.
Won't be for long. Pretty little fern coming out.
That's a leaf mulch here.
That's good. Means lots of compost. Oh, happy day. It's pretty big. Where would you put one that size?
I don't know. Anywhere. Anywhere but here. Nobody can enjoy it here.
No, that's true. Oh, don't split a gut, honey.
Oh, there's a worm for you.
Oh, one worm.
Yeah, see, this is not like the ones that come out. They do worms. These guys are a little bit wiry.
Just a second. Okay. I'll stick them in my compost bin.
Don't slide out. Wheelbarrow's not tough enough.
I was going to say, might snap it.
Well, it's already broken.
Oh, honey.
Okay, you want to take it? I got it.
My
You want to get it?
sakes.
It's all yours.
Oh.
So make sure it's going to fit first.
What's that little plant beside it?
That's some people call it tamarack.
Oh.
It's an evergreen, although it's not an evergreen. It loses its needles, but you can see the needles are starting to grow back in the spring.
See.
Some people call it larch.
Okay.
Okay.
Good one.
I could actually make two with this one. It's got a split in it already. That rock already has a cleft in it. It's got a split. So if I hit that with the sledgehammer along the edge there, it would split right in half.
Oh, man. Yep, pretty cool to be able to use everything that the land provides, eh? Oh, I think it looks kind of nice where it is.
Yeah, I think I'll keep it.
Who's your little friend beside you? The squirrel?
Squirrel.
That was one of the first ones that you carved.
Yeah, first four maybe.
Yeah.
I decided he needed to be darkened a little bit, so I took the torch to it. I didn't realize, though, he caught on fire. Came back a couple hours later, and there was flames shooting out of his head. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, he's a little bit more burned than he should be.
Charge.
The wood was rotten, so it burned
Okay.
pretty easily. Yeah, too bad for him.
Oh, dear.
And oh, looky here.
What'd you see? Oh, great. Is that a worm?
Yeah.
Oh, my sakes, he's fat.
Yeah.
Oh, don't stretch him out too much.
Well, I thought maybe you like thin ones.
Yeah. Oh, that's very good. Oh, good.
Yeah, put them in your pocket.
No.
fungus growing on the tree. Couldn't tell you what kind. But as they get bigger, they can dry, and you can actually, it's like wood. You can actually, I used to wood burn on it when I was a kid.
Cool.
But it usually means that the tree's dying when you see that growing on it.
What a couple of days. Steve was able to cut and finish the aluminum trim around the windows and doors. We woke up in the morning to some spectacular views and God's handiwork. Steve found a couple of treasures buried deep, deep in the ground. And I think that maybe we managed to make a new friend. After a busy day, we took a long, long evening walk and arrived at this beautiful spot, one of our favorites, to see more of the Lord's creatures. And with that, we'll say good night, and we look forward to seeing you next week on the North Side.